Hello, my beautiful friend. It's Betsy Gutting. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm really excited to speak with you about the Leo new moon. The Leo new moon is fire. It's bringing that spark of life back. It's the inner child. It is new beginnings. I'm very excited. This is like the energy of the Howard Thurman quote. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what brings you alive. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. So this is a coming alive new moon. It has a very fortunate aspect from Jupiter. It has a wild card aspect from the triple conjunction Uranus, North Node, and Mars that I'm going to tell you more about. And it also has a tense aspect from Mercury. So one that we can mindfully navigate if we are prepared for it. So I want to share with you how we can navigate, how you can move through these energies more gracefully while claiming those Jupiter rewards. And I'm going to do that before I get into the 12 sign reading. So as always, I will be doing a reading for all 12 signs with these beautiful sacred destiny oracle cards. And I'll explain why destiny is really playing a part in this new moon in Leo. I'll also be telling you in which area of your life this new moon is happening, which house, and I will be giving you a message from Spirit. So before I get into that, I want to say hello. If you're new to me, I am an intuitive life coach as well as a psychic astrologer, and I love helping you to catalyze a new vision for your life, to move through any challenges that you're going through, to get support, have a believing mirror, be your accountability partner, either through coaching, I am an intuitive life coach, or through an astrology reading, through an astrology consultation where we can go into your gifts, talents, your dharma, your life purpose, and talk about how the current transits are affecting you and how you can take advantage of the future transits that are coming up for you as well. I have a free gift for you, and I will tell you about your free gift at the end of this video, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And if you would take one moment right now to click like on this video, to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another video, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload next. It really helps my channel grow. I'm so grateful for you for that. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I love hearing from you. I absolutely love connecting with you. Leave me a comment. You will totally make my day, and I will love saying hi to you through the comments. Okay, so let's get into this new moon in Leo. So first of all, this new moon in Leo is happening at 5 degrees of Leo. If you have planets or points in your natal astrology chart between 0 and 10 degrees of Leo, 0 and 10 degrees of Leo, or the fixed signs of Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus, you will feel this new moon in Leo even more personally. The number 5 for the 5 degrees of Leo is very significant in this new moon energy. 5 is the number of adventure. It's the number of freedom. It is the most eccentric number when you look at the numbers of 0 to 9 in numerology. It is the number that wants to do life its own way. It needs variety. It needs exploration. It needs an opportunity to test its own boundaries. And again, coming back to freedom and liberation, this is huge for the 5. It's a super creative number. It's a number where we can get stuck in our minds because it's connected to the mind. We can do analysis paralysis, but it is also the number of shining your true colors. And it's very linked to Leo energy because Leo is ruled by the 5th house. Leo is the 5th house in the zodiac. And this is the house of creativity, of children. Think about children and their spontaneity and the way they can just enjoy life in any moment. One minute they can be crying and the next minute they're playing and laughing. They just bounce back immediately. And it also rules true love and romance. So Leo is a very romantic energy. And you might notice, this is in the Northern Hemisphere, this is the height of summer. If you think about Leo season, right? It happens in the height of summer. It's the time that many of us just want to take off. We want to have an adventure. We don't want to work. This is Leo energy. But Leo is also a leadership number. It's also about leadership. And in the tarot, it's the strength card. So there's a real strength to Leo energy. There's a real, it's the lion. Think about the movie The Lion King, if you saw that. That was, I just can't wait to be king. And I just can't wait to be king. No one's going to tell me what to do. That's really the gist of that song. Like, I get to do it my way. No one's going to tell me what I have to do. No one's going to rule me. I'm going to be the ruler of my own kingdom. This is Leo energy. And this is what's happening within all of us. All of us are feeling this desire to take the reins of our life, to be the one that makes the decisions for what we want going forward. Leo energy is all about the inner child. It's all about giving ourselves permission to fully express our true, authentic nature, bring our true colors out into the world and shine our light. This is a shining light energy. Leo is ruled by the sun. Think about the life force of the sun. Think about how you feel. This is how I feel when I get in the sun, when I've been like inside working all day and I can just sit and look up to the sun for a moment and just feel it infuse my body with life. This is really, the sun gives us life. So Leo energy gives us new life, like a brand new day. It's a brand new day. This is what I feel we could be coming to us with this new moon in Leo. It rules the heart. It's the heart chakra. It's also the solar plexus chakra where we have a sense of power, but it's also the heart. I feel like both of these energies are working together in this new moon, in the sense that we get a desire from our heart. We get that spark of life, of new possibility from our inner child. That joie de vivre comes from our heart, and then it moves to our solar plexus, and our solar plexus says, okay, yes, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to take a risk. I'm going to go for this. It has to feel passionate. It has to feel passionate. It's like the quote from Helen Keller, life is a daring adventure or nothing. Life is a daring adventure or nothing. So I want to tell you a story that I hope will inspire you. If there's any part of you that is afraid to take a risk, afraid to go out of your comfort zone. We just came from Cancer season, and in Cancer season, we tend to pull in a little bit. In Cancer season, we're getting reconnected to our needs, especially our emotional needs, but also our, what makes us feel most comfortable, our homes, our sanctuaries, what makes us feel secure. We've just come through that. And Venus is still in Cancer. So there's a little bit of that from Venus right now where we're still wanting to feel comfortable and secure. We want our favorite blanket. We want our, yummy soup. We want our, whatever, our chocolate chip cookies, like whatever it is for you that makes you feel really safe and comforted. And now in Leo season, we're being asked to take that internal sense of comfort and use it to empower us to take a risk in the outer world, to put ourselves out even more. I feel like there's a strength, looking at the strength card in Leo, there's a strength building, there's an invitation, and maybe it's more than an invitation. Maybe it's a push to reach down within, deep down within, and pull up an inner strength that maybe we didn't even know was there, to step out in a new way. So the story that I want to tell you, years ago, I took a big leap. It was a huge leap for me. It's probably one of the biggest leaps that I've ever taken in my life. I put everything I owned, all my furnishings from my 2-bedroom craftsman condo, I put them all in storage. I gave up my condo that I was renting at a really good price. I gave it up. My kids were then, launched in college, living on their own. They were good. And I went to Europe. I needed an adventure. That feeling when you just need an adventure. You feel like if you don't take an adventure, you will just be stagnant, and you can just feel it in your bones. You need an adventure. And so I really, really needed this. So I flew to Europe. I only had one destination planned. The trip otherwise was completely open-ended. I knew I was going to decide as I went to go from place to place. And I worked as I went. I saw my coaching clients and worked with them online. I had a radio show at the time called Just Say Yes, and I did my Just Say Yes radio show online. And I spent the first 2 weeks in Edinburgh, Scotland. From there, I flew to Pisa, Italy. I had never been to Italy. I wanted to explore Italy, and there was a really cheap flight from Edinburgh to Pisa. So I took that flight and I went to Italy, and I stayed in this little town called Lucca, beautiful little town, and I was so lonely. I was so incredibly lonely. I'm a Gemini. I need connection. This had been 2 weeks without any very little in-person connection. I did meet a couple of wonderful people in Scotland, but mostly I just didn't have the connection that I needed. So I'm in Italy in this little town called Lucca, and I'm so lonely, and I call my mom on Skype, and I'm on my phone to my mom. And you know, there are some people you just melt into tears as soon as you talk to, some close people in your life, right? That as soon as you see their face, you just start crying. So that's what happened. I'm like melting, I'm crying. I'm like, Mom, I never should have come here. Coming home. I don't know what I'm doing here. This was a really bad idea. And I put all my stuff in storage, and I gave up my condo, and it was just one of those, like, I made this huge mistake. So my mom says, you need to go to Cinque Terre. You are not far from Cinque Terre. I want you to go there. My mom was a kind of a world traveler. She'd been to lots of places, including Cinque Terre. You need to go there. No, I don't know the train system. I don't speak Italian. I'm exhausted. It's not. You need to go there. So the next morning I wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to the train station. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to go to Cinque Terre. So I go, 2-hour train ride there, happened to meet up with some teenagers that were sitting around where I was sitting on the train, and they were so sweet, and they told me where to get off, and I get off. And in Cinque Terre, which, by the way, cinque means 5, it's 5 traditional villages, fishing villages. So there's the number 5 again. And each village, if you haven't been there before, is connected by a trail. So you can literally hike from village to village or take the tram. And it's stunning. It is absolutely stunning. Orange, pink, red villages that are built into the hillside overlooking this gorgeous ocean. I mean, sea. It's absolutely stunning. It is so beautiful. It is just, you have to look it up online. Just Cinque Terre. It's incredible. So I get there and I hike to the first village, and I walk down this narrow little street, only street in the whole town. And at the end of the street, there's a sandwich shop, and I get a sandwich and I go out and I sit on this bench, and I look to my right, and there's another woman sitting there, and she's holding her sandwich from the same place. And she looks at me and she goes, "Bon appetit." And a few minutes later, we're eating our sandwiches, and I'm like, okay, she said bon appetit. I'm going to strike up a conversation with her. She was Italian, but from there on out, we were fast friends. She had a car. She drove me to all the other islands. She became my tour guide. She did all the other villages. She gave me a tour of all the 5 Cinque Terre villages. She drove me home even, and from there we made plans to get together again. We traveled. She visited me in some of the other towns I visited, and then we went to Siena together, and we spent time in Florence together. It was fabulous. It was exactly what I needed, but I had to go out of my comfort zone. I had to take a risk. I had to say yes to doing something that in that moment when I was so lonely and kind of tired and just not feeling up to it, I had to get out of that energy and go into a new energy, and my vibration completely shifted. And I want to tell you what made the biggest difference for me, and I hope that this helps you if you are facing some sort of a decision about whether you go out of your comfort zone or take a risk to do something new. What I told myself, and this made all the difference, was I said, if you're not having a good time, you can always come home. I know that is so basic. It is so basic, but something about giving myself permission, saying, just try it. Just go to the train station and see if you can get a train to Cinque Terre. Something about that made all the difference. Giving myself that permission. I can always come home. There's nothing etched in stone. I'm not locked into this. Take it moment by moment. So this is the first aspect, the double trine from Jupiter, which is expansion, which is risk-taking. Jupiter says go for it. Jupiter says try something new, and especially in Aries. Jupiter in Aries is another fire energy. It's the self, it's expanding the self, it's pioneering, it's going out of your comfort zone. So here we have Jupiter in Aries making a trine, which is a positive energy flow aspect to the sun and the moon in Leo. Both are fire energies, both are energies having to do with the self and our growth and our stepping out and gathering strength from within and doing something that may feel uncomfortable and difficult, but that is going to catapult us forward, is going to catalyze a new beginning for us. And this is what we're being nudged to do, nudged forward. Now, a trine is an aspect where you can easily just feel the feel-good energy and it can just go away. Like we can easily kind of what I would call waste a trine by just being in our comfort zone and enjoying it. Like a trine can be, I'm going out to brunch with my friends and we're gonna have champagne and we're gonna have this big buffet and we had a great time. Like that's literally how you could use trine energy. Or you can consciously do something that is going to get you to the other side of the road. Like I see this image right now in my mind's eye of a cliff, and there's 6 feet between where you are and where you want to be. There's kind of this 6 feet where you have to leap over the cliff. And that is a beautiful way to use this energy. This Jupiter and Aries energy, trining, double trine to the sun and the moon, is going to give us a confidence boost, I think. It's going to increase our confidence and increase our mojo, our courage to take the leap and do something maybe really uncomfortable, but there will be rewards for us on the other side. Now we also have a triple conjunction in Taurus. We have Uranus, the planet of change, liberation, freedom, revolution, and rebellion, conjunct the North Node, which is our destined path. The North Node is life purpose. The North Node is, this is the direction. It's like an arrow pointing us forward. This is the direction that we are to go. And it's conjunct Mars as well. And Mars is the masculine principle. It's the action sign. It's let's do this. I'm all in. I'm going for it. Let's go. So we have these 3 energies that are all clustered together, forming a very intense energy that I think all of us are going to feel. This is a breakthrough, break free energy, if I've ever seen one. This is an energy that we're all going to be feeling. So this energy, this triple conjunction in Taurus, Uranus, the North Node, and Mars, it wants us to break through any fears of lack, of insecurity, especially in a material way, because Taurus rules our material life. Taurus rules our comforts, our creature comforts. It rules our 5 senses. It rules everything that all of the material things that make us feel good. It rules our food supply and our food and how we nourish ourselves with food. It rules the earth, and it rules our bodies, and it rules money and the stock market and, our money system. So we're all seeing this collectively. There's this very much of a kind of gloom and doom fear that's going on collectively right now. This fear of increased inflation, of the economy, going down, the stock market getting worse. And because of this collective fear, because of this kind of gloom and doom that we're all, sensing or feeling right now, what this triple conjunction is giving us is a choice. It's giving a choice to change our thinking. Uranus is the higher mind. It's our access to spirit. It's the voice of God. It's shifting our thinking. So Uranus says you can change your thinking from fear to love. You can expand your possibilities and even imagine that you could be prosperous during a time that is an economic downturn. You can imagine, there are always people who make money and do really well and thrive during economic downturns. Those people are tapped into a different consciousness. than those who are in fear. So we have a choice. We can hunker down, we can batten down the hatches, we can say, I'm not spending anything, I'm going down to bare bones, and I'm just gonna stay safe and comfortable, and I'm gonna pull in, I'm gonna retract my energy. That is one choice. The second choice is, I'm going to tap into a different consciousness. I'm going to tap into a prosperity consciousness, an abundance consciousness. I am going to activate my direct line to God and hear the voice of God through Uranus and the North Node. I'm going to hear the voice of God and get my directions, my marching orders, my what am I to do next, what action am I to take, directly from spirit, from my higher self, from God. And that is a courageous move, my friend. I know that is a very courageous move, but new moon in Leo is all about courage. Jupiter in Aries, more courage. So we are being infused with this courage to take make this decision to tap into this abundance consciousness instead of retracting and closing up and staying in fear. This is a once in a lifetime rare transit. This is only happening once in our lifetimes. So this is an opportunity to really think outside of the box, to let Uranus free us. And because it rules kind of our inner rebel, it is a rebellious energy, and rebellious in a good way. It's asking us to rebel against the old structures of thinking that say, if you don't have this, this, or this, if this or this or this is happening in the outside world, in the economy, then you are screwed. It's saying, no, change your thinking. We have a chance to change our thinking radically, and that's what we're being asked to do. Now, the final aspect of this new moon in Leo is Mercury making a square. This is an aspect of tension to this triple conjunction in Taurus. Mercury is squaring these energies that are all about breaking free to create more material security, more material comfort for ourselves. Mercury is squaring them. So what I feel this is, and this is the aspect that we can really be prepared for, is if you are coming up against a decision that you need to make during this new moon time, give yourself time to consider what you want to do. You don't have to rush into it unless you literally are in a very difficult situation, which I hope will not happen to you. But if you're in one where, like, your car gets stuck in a ditch, for example, and you have to quickly decide what you're going to do, or you want to be very careful during this time because Uranus and Mars, they are connected to cars, transportation, heavy machinery. So you want to use the utmost care and not take risks when it comes. Don't drive your friend's car like I did once if you're not used to their car and there's a Uranus aspect happening. Everything was fine. We were fine. The car was fine. Nothing got hurt. But you don't want to take a chance or a risk when it comes to any of this kind of equipment or cars or machinery during this time. However, new information may be coming in. You may get new information during this Leo new moon that you hadn't anticipated, something out of the blue, something unexpected, a divine download that changes your mind, it changes your thinking. And this is what this Mercury square could be. Simply something that you didn't expect that changes how you want to move forward, that changes what you're considering going forward. And my best advice to you for navigating this transit is don't make any decisions out of fear. Give yourself time to really think about this. I often work with these kinds of decisions with my coaching clients when they're feeling stuck, when they're not sure what to do. And my best advice is always make your decision from a place of inner peace. The one that makes you feel most peaceful is the right decision. And I also love the question of just asking yourself, if time, money, and resources were not an issue, if time, money, and resources were not an obstacle, what would I give myself permission to do? What would I let myself do? That way, what is my heart's desire? What do I truly want? Then you can look at the how and how you can get there. Yes, time, resources may be an issue, but you want to start with what is my heart most want before you go into that question of how can I get to what I want? Okay, so let's get into the 12 sign readings now. Be sure you listen for your sun, moon, and your rising sign. Your sun sign is your personality, how your personality is experiencing this energy of the Leo new moon. Your moon sign is your emotional self and how you are interacting in your relationships through this Leo new moon. And your rising sign, also known as your ascendant, your rising sign is the area of life in which this new moon is affecting you. Okay, so let's start with Leo. Leo, this is your new moon. This means that the seeds that you are planting, the ideas, the possibilities, what your heart most wants during this time is taking you through the whole next year, because this is your new moon. So you want to plant as many new seeds as your heart wants during this time, knowing that they will be sprouting and manifesting fully into this next year. This new moon is happening in your first house. Your first house really can deal with any area of your life. This is the roles that you play, what you take on, any responsibilities, any commitments. So that's pretty much everything, right? Because it's in your work life, it's in your career, it's in your family life, in your, significant relationships, in your friendships. It's all of it. The first house rules your appearance as well, your looks. So this is a good time to change things up, get a makeover, change your wardrobe if you want, any kind of change that you want to make to your physical body. And it is connected to the physical body as well. And it's also your identity. More than anything, this is your identity. Who do you want to be in your life going forward? What do you want to experience? What do you want to say yes to, Leo? Now, first of all, the message I got from Spirit for you is that there's an exuberance that you may be feeling during this new moon. This is about new life. You've been waiting for this new moon for some time. Let me know in the comments if that's true for you. This is time to claim this new moon energy, whatever you want next in your life, Leo, as your ticket to freedom. There's a real theme of freedom and liberation during this new moon. So even though, all of this triple conjunction of energies in Taurus are technically making a square to your Leo energy, even though this can be the catalyst for you to make a change where you most need to make a change. This can be the catalyst for you to reinvent yourself completely if that resonates for you. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain is what Spirit says. Choose freedom. Choose freedom. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a card for you, Leo, and we'll see what the cards have to say for you. Beautiful Leos. And Leo, your card is, I love this so much. Transformation, the beautiful butterfly. This is so perfect for a new moon in the first house that really deals, like I said, with all of your energy. And there's this gorgeous rose in the background, and you can see the different colors between the blue and the yellow. And this says to me, let your true colors come out. Do not be afraid to be your most authentic self. Do not be afraid to come out fully. This is a coming out new moon for you, Leo. Let it out. Let the transformation happen. Don't be afraid of what may be happening in terms of relationships or in terms of your money or your security. You will be a new person after this transformation. Let yourself be in the flow and let it happen. Okay, Cancer. Hello, Cancer family. Cancer moon and rising here. This new moon is happening in your second house of income, of values, self-worth, your self-esteem, and your soul esteem. This is where you can raise your level of deservingness, of really attracting to you what you know you deserve, Cancer. I feel for all Cancers, and I'm certainly experiencing this myself, we have a new sense, it's like a new fierceness of what we're not going to settle for anymore, what we know we deserve. And it hasn't manifested in your life yet. Probably you're still in that place of wanting to see it come to fruition in your life. And that can be really frustrating. But when I tuned into Spirit about this, what I got from Spirit is it's time for Cancers to choose faith, choose to love ourselves so much that we let go of any resistance to our wealth, our inner wealth, our outer wealth, to receiving what we know we deserve. Because the only thing between you, Cancer, and what you know you deserve, actually experiencing this in your life, is resistance. That is the only thing. It's nothing else that our minds tell us it is. It's only resistance, and we can let that go. So Spirit says self-love, self-care, prioritize it now. Venus is still in Cancer, so that is an energy that can be really supportive to Cancers right now. And that creative solutions, creative soul-inspired solutions are available to you now. Claim your power. There's a rebirth happening for some of us, and trust yourself and know that you are loved. Know that you are deeply, deeply loved, cared for, protected by Spirit, by your guardian angels, and all is really well. It's about trusting. Trust the process. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for you, Cancer. Cancers. Wonder. I love this so much. Okay, so wonder. And look at this. There's this amethyst quartz crystal. And this is quartz. I feel like there's a message in this. First of all, wonder. Let your mind expand to, it's like stepping back and going back to beginner's mind and being a child again, like children would do. They would just lay on the earth and look at the clouds, and I wonder this and I wonder that. And you can use that wonder kind of language for manifesting. I wonder what my life would be like if I let go of resistance to what my heart truly desires. I wonder what really makes the world turn. I wonder what is coming for me next. I wonder what amazing, wonderful thing is wanting to show up for me. Those kinds of questions, to really get yourself in that energy, in that vortex of manifestation and good. And the other thing that I wanted to say is maybe this is a nudge to some Cancers to bring out your crystals, or if you don't have crystals, to order a crystal and let it help clear your energy. I love just putting a bunch of crystals on my body and just laying and letting them take away, soak up any of the energy that I no longer need. So happy new moon in Leo, Cancers, my Cancer family. Okay, Geminis. Hello, beautiful Geminis. I have a Gemini sun. So this moon in Leo is happening in your third house. The third house is our local environment. It's our immediate environment. It's your neighbors and your neighborhood. It's siblings. It is anyone that you consider to be sibling-like. So it could be soul sisters and soul brothers. It's where you do all of your regular marketing, going to market, meeting, your shopping, you're working out, whatever your routines are, where you go and do those things and who you interact with. So it can spark wonderful new conversations with people in your local area. And what Spirit said, and it's about communication too. It's the house of communication. It is happening in your third house of communication. Gemini rules the house of communication is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so there's a new spark of life is what Spirit is saying to you, Gemini, that you can claim, that you can allow to ignite within you. This is the inner child spark, the joie de vivre that is so natural to Geminis. It's so natural. It's what Leos and Geminis have in common, is this playfulness, this desire to be childlike, not childish, but childlike, to claim your youthful innocence. Spirit also said that there is a need for playful spontaneity. Something joyful is coming to Geminis. It's your birthright to feel this joyful innocence again. Geminis, if you've been feeling heavy, if things have been feeling difficult, this is the breaking out new moon. This is the chance to break out of that. And it partly has to do with letting go of your past. It's that question of, what would my life be like if I released my past? What would my life be like if I didn't have a past? And just feel in your body, what would I say yes to if I didn't have a past? Because so often it's our past that it's still so much in our thinking environment, it's like I feel it behind me, which is why I'm doing this. It's so much there. It's kind of like this shadow that's there, that's keeping us from taking a risk because we are afraid that it's going to turn out like that other failure or mistake that we had before. But remember, a mistake is just a missed take. It's a learning opportunity. So Spirit is nudging Geminis to let go of that past and let go of even that, clear the slate. Decide that you just landed here. Imagine that you just landed on Earth just now and you are starting fresh. You're starting over. What will you give yourself permission to be, do, or have? Beautiful Gemini. And Spirit says give yourself permission to release any grievances as well. And to embrace this new beginning, this beautiful new fiery beginning, which just sextiles so beautifully with Gemini energy. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Geminis. Okay, Gemini, the cards are stuck together. I'm getting it. Okay, success, Gemini, check it out. Woo! Woo, woo. Okay, Gemini, success. What a beautiful card. And check it out. Do you see the Black Panther? You see the Black Panther that's in this tropical environment? Maybe some of you want to go on a tropical vacation. Look at the sun and the multicolored sky, and there's the moon in the corner. And I feel like this is saying, it's such a lushness to this card, such a fierceness with this Black Panther. Maybe the Black Panther resonates to you as a totem animal even, but I feel that there is a lushness, a fire from this orange flower that is saying it's time to bloom. It's time to take a risk. It's time to go for it. I even feel that this might be a volcano in the background, and there's that fire that when a volcano erupts, the fire comes to the surface. It's like, you may feel that there's something you have to lose, Gemini, but I feel like the energy of this card and this reading is saying, let all that go. And I'm giving this reading to myself too as a Gemini sun. Like, we have to let this go. We have to let those fears of potential loss or failure go if we are to live life feeling fully alive, fully alive. This is our birthright. This is what we're being invited to accept and claim. Success during this Leo new moon. Taurus, beautiful Taurus. This new moon in Leo is happening in your 4th house of home, family, and the inner self. The 4th house is also connected to your childhood. It's connected to any potential move, to beautifying your home, to increasing the comfort of your home, your sanctuary. And this is where sometimes we do the deep dive and do some inner work on childhood stuff. It's where you could have a real healing in your life if that is what is up for you. Spirit said, this message from Spirit for you is it's time to reconcile, to balance your need for stability and your need for joy. I know that you've got all these planets in Taurus right now, all these energies, the North Node, Uranus, and Mars, and this can't be easy for you. This could easily be feeling like disruption, like chaos even in your life, Taurus. Spirit said, sometimes we just have to say F it. Like, we just have to say F it. I am following my joy. And this is the prod. I was going to say the prod, but this is like the song. Let's say it's the song, it's the melody, it's the little push, the little love push that Spirit is giving you. You have to also bring in your need for joy as well, and meet your need for joy. Meet it. There's a breaking free for some of you for sure that's happening with Uranus here in your sign. There's an opportunity to choose your heart. Choose your heart above anything else. And Spirit says choosing your heart, Taurus, right now is your best option. It's your best option. Let yourself be liberated. Let yourself be free. Let it happen. So that's pretty darn clear, right? Let's pull a card for you now, Taurus, and see what the cards have to say. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Your card is flow. Oh my gosh, that's just what That message was, look at all the purple and the bright, beautiful moon, the light of the moon, which is the feminine principle. Flow, let it flow. Spirit is saying, go with it. This is your best option. Follow your heart. There's a trust that's involved with this. I know there's absolutely a trust that you're being asked. And it's not easy when you have a triple conjunction of planets that want you to create change and want you to move forward and want you to go towards your destiny. I mean, in a way, that is so beautiful. It's just a matter of embracing change. And I know it's not usually what Taurians like. They don't usually want change in their lives, but wow, are you being up-leveled and transformed right now with all of this energy in Taurus and the Leo energy giving you that push. You know, sometimes when, you know, Leo makes a square to Taurus, and sometimes when there's a square, it really gives us the push that we need to take action. So let it flow, beautiful Taurus. Okay, Aries. Hello, beautiful Aries. 5th house. This is happening in your 5th house. I love it so much. We've got all this 5 energy. This is, you have a beautiful connection to Leo energy, both fire signs. It makes it trine, you know, Leo and Aries is a trine aspect, which is positive, ease of energy flow. 5th house, true love, romance, creativity, children, fun, play, inner child, saying yes to your inner child. These are your marching orders, Aries. Pretty darn lovely marching orders, I would say. Your message from Spirit is that you will probably feel quite invigorated, on fire even during this Leo new moon. Be mindful of releasing the past. You are not your past. Imagine what your life would be like if you didn't have a past. Allow yourself to be in that energy of, I have no past, I'm starting fresh, the slate is clean. Release any guilt if there's any guilt for you. You are forging a new path, Spirit says. You're doing it differently this time, though. There's a new sense of calm. You're being supported to take a measured approach, to take a calm approach. There's a deeper sense of knowing that wants to come up in you that allows you to take your time and, yes, follow your inspirational insights and direction. But if you can go a little bit slower maybe than you normally do, and I know that's not easy for an Aries, but do this in a calm, measured way, you will gain long-term sustainable results and rewards with that approach, Aries. That's your message from Spirit. Now let's see what the cards have to say for you. Okay, Aries. Aries, your card is power. This is what I'm talking about. Invigorating and on fire. Check out the lightning. Woo! This is saying, okay, Uranus alone can bring lightning strikes. There's no question. In fact, the last Uranus transit that happened last, we had a lot of Uranus transits lately, but the one that I remember to do with a lunation, I don't remember if it was a new or a full moon, but I remember a wild lightning storm that I was in Santa Barbara, California. So this is saying, wow, this is going to invigorate you. This is going to unleash your personal power. Do not be afraid of the thunder and the lightning, Aries. I don't think you'll be afraid of it. I think you'll love it. I think you're going to love this new moon. This kind of energy is right up your alley. This is exciting, I think, for an Aries. I think this will be exciting. And just remember, this is about claiming your power and wielding it in a calm, measured, dignified, lovely way. Okay, Pisces, beautiful Pisces. This new moon in Leo is happening in your 6th house of health, of your everyday routines, whatever you do repetitively, including your work life, the structures of your day, how you plan your day, what you do on a regular daily basis, including your diet, your exercise, your nutrition. And your message from Spirit is, you may be busy during this time. This may feel like a very busy time for you. You could receive a raise or a bonus or a promotion. You could have an increase in income during this time. Wouldn't that be wonderful? this would be a good time to ask for that as well. Your focus is very important right now, Spirit says. This is all about focus for you. The Spirit says, focused on what you most value, what matters most to you. Keep your eye on the prize. Don't waver. So this really is about like that straight, clear focus and not letting yourself get distracted, Pisces. And if you can stay really attuned to what your heart wants most and what you're going after with this Leo new moon, you will really reap the rewards of it. If you stay focused, all will be well. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for you, beautiful Pisces. And you could have, some really good thing happen in your health as well. Or, you might want to start a new way of eating or growing your own food or a new exercise plan. There's a lot of beautiful energy for you in changing up some routine that will enhance your life and your health. Okay, so the cards for Pisces. Okay, Pisces, your card is Voyage. Look at this card, the Whale. I think this is a baby whale that's underneath. I'm trying to see this carefully. Or maybe I'm just seeing the baby whale in this picture, but it seems to me that down here there's potentially this baby whale as well. This is a voyage card. This is saying you are on a spiritual voyage. This could be a real, everyday voyage in the sense of, you could be taking a trip, you could be taking an adventure for sure. But you may have a special connection to whales, being a Pisces, being this ocean energy. This may be a whale energy reaching out to you, telling you to tune into the energy of whales. This is also about, whales are so wise and so, mythically, they help us anchor, feel an anchor, feel a strength. There's so much ancient wisdom in whale energy. And so I feel like it could be calling you to that as well. And then maybe it's about, treating your inner child with the love and respect and the reverence. I feel a reverence with whale energy, the reverence with taking care of your inner child as well, because I see this baby whale at the bottom. But whale energy is such strength, such beauty and grace and dignity and strength that this card is letting you tap into. And the Voyage card is also about acknowledging what's been difficult for you in your life and acknowledging that it's grown you. It has grown you. It wasn't for nothing. It gave you the wisdom, the strength that you have now. It gave you the grace. It is allowing you to move through any other challenges that come your way in your life gracefully. And it wasn't for nothing. And you are moving past that now. You are moving past that into the wise person that can then help others and help others along, heal and grow and recognize the beauty of their own souls as well, Pisces. So happy Leo new moon, Pisces. And leave me a comment if that reading resonates for you. I'd love to hear. Okay, Aquarius, this new moon is happening in your 7th house of partnerships and committed relationships. So this is a big new moon for you. You are planting seeds for a new beginning in this area. So this could be a soul desire that you have for a significant other in your life, for a soulmate, for a soul partner, for a lover, to get married even perhaps. This is a very romantic energy, Leo. You probably already know this because you have Leo in your 7th house. That is so beautiful. Your message from Spirit is that this could be an enlightening new moon for you, an enlightenment with Uranus, the North Node, and Mars in a triple conjunction. You could very well feel a real catalyst for a consciousness shift for you, an enlightenment. Change is on the horizon. Spirit says, buckle up and go with the flow. Ride the tide. I got this image of a roller coaster, and I don't know if you are someone who enjoys roller coasters, Aquarius. If you do, then this would be a fun image for you. If you don't, then let go of the roller coaster image, because when I don't mean ups and downs as much as I mean like that excitement. This is just me because I do like roller coasters. This excitement of going up, 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 up. And then when you're at the very top, you look down, you're like, oh my God. And then you go down and you're like, that rush of excitement, and you did it and you're fine. That's what I mean. Okay. So Spirit says allow time for important, non-urgent decisions. This could be healing for you. There's a choice that you will probably be making. You could be healing a childhood wound, and you could also be moving. Some of you may be moving. So act with care, and take your time and get support for any decision that you need to make that you're not clear on. And let's see what the cards have to say for you, Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, your card is forgiveness. Is there something that you need to forgive yourself for and or others? This is about clearing the slate so you can embrace the good things that are coming for you. And if you want a new partnership, or if you are releasing a partnership, if you are changing things up in a partnership, forgiveness will be incredibly healing and transformational for you. And if you want a new partnership, then this is allowing you to prepare yourself to receive it. This is the best thing you can do to receive a new manifestation. Forgiveness. Okay, Capricorn, beautiful Capricorn. This new moon in Leo is happening in your 8th house of transformation. 8th house, death and rebirth, taxes, taboos, sexuality, things that we don't want to talk about, we often push under the rug, but also this is where you can transform your deepest, darkest fears and come through, where you can turn dross into gold. This is the house of alchemy, of where you can really bring your magician self forward and become the phoenix rising from the ashes, become the butterfly that emerges from the cocoon, Capricorn. Your message from Spirit is it's time to build or rebuild a heart's desire, a heart's desire. There's a cracking open of the heart that could happen. Now, some of you could be having a dark night of the soul. And whenever we have a dark night of the soul, if we work with the energy, our heart gets cracked open and we can feel more deeply and more beautifully, more sweetly than we've ever felt before, that full range of emotions. So if your heart gets cracked open around this time of this Leo new moon, that is a beautiful gift. Oh my gosh, the times that my heart has been cracked open, what a huge gift. There's a new part of you that emerges. There's a new essence of you that you didn't know before, that you then become intimately acquainted with, that is so stunningly beautiful, Capricorn. The other message from Spirit is that you may take a leap because you are feeling more courageous than ever and you feel a deep desire within yourself to say yes. So that could be the case for some of you. So let me see but definitely a heart opening that could transform you inside and out. So I'm shuffling the cards and let's see what the cards have to say for Capricorns. Capricorn. Woo! Love. Okay, look at these flowers. Look at the blue sky in the background. This is about your heart blooming. This is the cracking open of the heart. Love. So for some of you, you could have an intense affair or something that really breaks your heart open. Some very powerful love. The 8th house is associated with Scorpio energy, which is associated with Pluto, and Pluto love affairs are passionate. They are passionate. Oh my goodness. So you could have an intense, deep love affair that cracks your heart open, and whatever it is, this is saying it is safe to love. It is safe to open up your heart to new love. It is safe to embrace the truth that you are love in your essence. You are love naturally. You are a force of love, beautiful Capricorn. So enjoy this beautiful new moon in Leo. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 9th house. I think this is going to feel really good for you. The 9th house is the house of Sagittarius, the house of adventure. It's the house of spirituality, of your higher self, your knowledge that you just feel and know in your bones about who you are, your unconditionally loving self. It's higher education, any metaphysical studies, your belief systems, and faith, hope and faith. So your message from Spirit, Sag, is give yourself permission to let go of any fears that have been holding you back. Anything that's been holding you back, any fears of not being enough, not being able to succeed at what you want, not being able to have what you want, or any fears that could be tied to those subject areas that I just mentioned, taking an adventure, expanding your spirituality, maybe letting go of belief systems that are outmoded, that are no longer resonate for you. Spirit says that there's an expansion that is waiting for you with this Leo new moon, an expansion that is being outstretched to you by the hand of God, the hand of Spirit. There's a true liberation that is on offer for you. And all you have to do is drop your guard. Fiercely commit to your own happiness. Fiercely commit to your own happiness. One of the most life-changing things that I ever heard was when Wayne Dyer, Wayne Dyer's no longer with us, but he's very famous in the world of metaphysics and living your passion and all of that. And Wayne Dyer said, there's nothing more important, Sag, than your own well-being, than feeling good. And that flies in the face of all the religious teachings that we ever had, which was that it's self-indulgent to feel good. It's self-indulgent to put your own well-being ahead of anything else. But we know deep down that we can't give anything to others if we don't feel good. We have no energy to give if our cup isn't full. So this is what comes to mind for you, is Wayne Dyer's advice to focus on feeling good, and everything else will follow from there. You may have a spiritual awakening during this new moon in Leo. Very possible, Sag. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for you now. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your card is trust. Trust. There's a beautiful crescent moon. There's a voyage that's happening here, an adventure in the twilight. And it's saying the way is lit for you. You are protected. You're protected anyway, Sag. This is the birthright of your sign, is that you always know you're protected. You can follow your heart, and the light of the moon is guiding you. The light of your spirit, the light of your heart is guiding you. Trust the process. Okay, Scorpio, beautiful Scorpio. This new moon in Leo is happening in your 10th house of career, legacy, life purpose, retirement for those of you who are retired or about to retire, and where you want more meaning in your life. So your message from Spirit said that you may be feeling, when I tuned into you, I felt almost a seriousness, a sense of a weight. And what I got was that you might be deliberating on a decision that you're not sure about. You may be getting new opportunities, new career opportunities during this new moon in Leo, Scorpio, but you may not be sure because you're balancing a lot of responsibilities right now, is my sense, and that you may be reassessing your priorities and wanting to choose wisely, wanting to make sure that you can give to the commitments in your life, the people in your life, the things that you've already committed to that matter to you. You can give to them in ways that you feel like you need to. So trust, go within, ask Spirit, follow your divine guidance. The triple conjunction in Uranus and with Uranus and the North Node and Mars, where you may be feeling some disruption and change, is happening in your 7th house of partnerships. So you could be feeling a real shakeup in this area. And for some of you, this might mean that there's a breakup going on for you, or that there's just complications in a relationship, one or more relationships. And this is where Spirit is really wanting you to let go, release guilt, release, do forgiveness, let yourself embrace any changes that are wanting to come in your relationship life, in your committed relationships and partnerships, especially because this is, as hard as it can be, it can feel like an earthquake going off in your life. Some of you may be going through a divorce. Some of you may be even having a new relationship. Some of you could even be looking at marriage, like taking a relationship to a next level. I know this could be a really dynamic, disruptive time for you. So let's see. So again, the message from Spirit: trust, go with the flow, follow your intuition, and get support, Scorpio. Get support if you need it, because you don't have to do this alone. You're not alone. And the cards, let's see what the cards have to say for you, Scorpio. Scorpios. Taking a deep breath, Scorpio. Scorpio. Illumination. So in this card, I see a lot of mist, and I see where you could be feeling unclear, but this is saying that you will receive an illumination. The mist is going to clear. The fog is going to clear. This is Uranus wants to give you a new way of seeing, a new way of looking at your situation, whatever it is. And I know it's different for all of you. If you want to do a personal reading with me, we can certainly dive in and get more specifics and more clarity for you. But this says you're going to be receiving an illumination. Ask Spirit, be in connection with your divine guidance, dialogue with Spirit even, and you will receive the illumination you need. Okay, Libra, beautiful Libra. This new moon in Leo is happening in your 11th house. This is a very social house. This is the house of hopes, wishes, and dreams, of long-term gains. And it's the house of community, of your friendships, of social media, of your social interactions. So when I tuned into you, what I got was a real uplifted feeling, a real uplifted feeling for you, Libra. I feel like you're going to be going to get-togethers, you're going to be doing networking, you're going to be reaching out to people, people are going to be reaching out to you. This feels very buoyant. It feels like almost like a new lease on life for you even. I think your hope is returning. Your spirit is being enlivened. You need to get out. I don't like to say need, but it would really help you, Libra, to get out and be more social, I feel. And Spirit also said that expect new opportunities to expand in your life. They could be in your work. You could get a new job at a party or a new gig, a new contract if you're self-employed, and that new soulmates could show up. So I would be asking for this. I would be saying, yes, bring me new soulmates, bring me new friends, bring me new jobs, gigs, contracts. If you're a freelancer, bring me ask to be brought what you need, and enjoy this energy is what Spirit says. Spirit says this is going to be really good for you. I'm going to pull a card for you now, Libras. Libra. Oh my gosh, this is so in alignment with what we just talked about. Thriving, Libra. It's time for you to thrive. And look at this beautiful giraffe. All of this orange energy, this is the fire of Leo. And this is in a desert, which is, connected to heat. So I feel that this is going to be like new, beautiful, like in a good way, deserty heat, that dry heat that makes you feel like you're coming out of the wet storm, maybe coming out of this Cancer season that was very emotional perhaps for you, Libras. All of this pinky orange energy, it vibrates and resonates to the second chakra, which is the sacral chakra. And it's where we create things that bring us money, that bring us abundance, that make us feel powerful in the world, the power to manifest. So, and all of this white light that's coming off of this tree. So this is also a really good sign for your thriving abundantly financially as well. So happy new moon, beautiful Libra. Okay, Virgo, beautiful Virgo. This is happening for you, this Leo new moon in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of retreat. It's the house of your mystical self. It is the subconscious mind. It's where we take time to rest, to renew our energy. This could be a time that you really want to be resting and Being alone, Virgo. I know Virgos need their time alone. That is super important, to just be in your own energy. This is a time that you could have a deep healing, this is a very self-healing energy in the 12th house. So there's a potential for you to have a beautiful healing. And sometimes that just comes from sleep and, dreams and resting, where our guides can help us heal on an unconscious level when we're just relaxed. Spirit says that you are shedding a layer, and that after this new moon, you may very well feel reborn. It's time to drop the dead weight. It's time to claim your inherent self-value and self-worth, Virgo. You can be very humble and very not know the beauty, the perfection, the grace, the deep healing energy, the presence that you bring to other people. You don't always know and feel this because I don't know what the because is, honestly, but what I do know is that you can really underestimate your worth. And this is a time to lean into that Leo energy, which is like, it's like leaning into your own greatness. Like, I do have a lot to offer. I am great. I am beautiful. I'm going to let my light shine. This little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine, Virgo. Okay, you got a song for me. Okay, what else does this say? It says that you matter, Virgo, and you are loved because you are here. You don't have to do anything at all to prove yourself. There's nothing you need to do to prove your worth. Just being here, your presence on the planet is enough. And it says that it's your birthright to have a beautiful life. So remember that. It's your birthright to have a beautiful life. It's why you incarnated, is to have a beautiful life. So allow yourself to open up and receive that, Virgo. Beautiful Virgo, can you believe it? I messed up. I completely forgot to pull a card for you, but I'm back, and guess what? Maybe this was meant to happen. I don't believe in coincidences. I wanted to share with you too, did you ever watch The Magic School Bus? I loved Ms. Frizzle's saying her mantra, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. Take chances, make mistakes, get messy. I have a North Node in Virgo. My youngest daughter is a Virgo sun, and I know how hard Virgo energy can be on itself, how perfectionistic it can be. So take chances, make mistakes, get messy. It's more fun. Okay, so let's see. Said in a lighthearted way, because the last thing you need is to be criticized for being perfectionistic, right? No. Virgos are very beautiful, tender souls. So I'm shuffling the cards, and let's see what the cards have to say for you, beautiful Virgo. Virgo. And the card is, ooh, you got the same card that Leo got, transformation. This is so perfect too for this 12th house placement of your Leo new moon, transformation. I absolutely love this card. I love the contrast between the yellow and the blue. These are such vibrant colors, and the rose in the back. To me, this is such a Leo card. It's like, yes, you are going through a transformation, but you are also being freed to show your true colors in their vibrant light, to let your truth, your essence, to take off the veil, take off the chains, release the shackles, and come out even more as your beautiful, true self. When you emerge as the butterfly, you are going to feel so free, so open, so ready to say yes. Beautiful Virgo. My beautiful friend, if you would like a personal astrology reading of your soul's blueprint, a snapshot of the planets and energies the moment you took your first breath, that tell us about your gifts, your talents, your strengths, what you came here to learn and grow through, what you came here to take full advantage of and capitalize on, your special contribution to the planet, to yourself, to your families. And we look at the current astrology transits. We look at the future upcoming transits and how you can work with these energies to make the most of what your heart wants now and to move through any difficult challenges that you're moving through. And I can also tell you if you're having a really hard transit and when that will conclude. So if you'd like a personal astrology reading or you'd like to do some deep dive transformational work with me, come out the phoenix rising from the ashes to a new self through soul alchemy coaching, go to my website, look at my astrology consultations, look at my soul alchemy coaching if that interests you, and I will leave the link below to my website. It's betsygutting.com. And my beautiful friend, I have a free gift for you. The free gift is a guided meditation, returning home to yourself, reconnecting with your spirit. It's a beautiful, soothing meditation that will also connect you with your inner guidance, your beautiful, unconditionally loving guides. So go to my website and subscribe to my inspirational updates. You'll get my weekly updates all about the astrology of the week directly in your inbox, and you will get a free instant download. You'll be able to instantly download this beautiful guided meditation, returning home to yourself. www.betsygutting.com. And I'll leave the link below in the description box as well. Thank you so much for your time, energy, and presence. Thank you so much for your likes, for your thumbs ups, for your comments. Your comments absolutely make my day. And for your subscribes. When you subscribe, you give this video a chance to go out to more people who also love astrology and a chance for my channel to really grow and thrive. So I am so grateful to you for that. And I look forward to seeing you back here again very soon. Don't forget to hit the notification bell after you subscribe so that you will be notified as soon as a new video goes live. And until my next video, I'm sending you all my love. Happy Leo new moon. See you back here very soon.